stage. You're playing the stage, the alternative stage later.
I am.
And you're chilling around backstage. I saw that. So you're not so nervous playing the stage later,
No,
right?
I'm not too nervous. I think
No?
it's gonna be a good show, but I'm excited to be here, excited to play like one of these big Lollapalooza shows. It's been on my bucket list for some time.
Really?
So yeah, I've always wanted to go. So now I'm here. Feels
So
good.
what do you expect from that show?
I mean, I've had a lot of good performances here in Berlin, so I'm hoping for like a good crowd, maybe clapping along, singing along a little bit. Let's see what happens.
I think you know the lyrics, right? So do you have a routine before going on big stages like that?
I mean, always have a little come together with the band. We have a little shot of rum, go through the set list, a little bit of a speech, you know, just trying to get people fired up. But yeah, that's the little routine, pre-show routine.
So you have a new single out, and I think you're playing this single later on.
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It
sure.
could have been us. So, you love it? You know the lyrics?
Yeah, let's see about that.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the songs? Perhaps, I don't know. In the back, there's somebody who doesn't know. It's about the break.
Yeah, I mean, this song is about the one that got away. Hopefully, some people have experienced this in their life. Hopefully, it's not just me, but meeting that special someone at a point where you're like, remind me again why it's not you and me. You know, that feeling of like maybe we could have had a great life together, you and me. You know, and yeah, it's just a feeling that you know hit me at a very specific point in my life, and I felt like wow. I think most of my friends, when we're talking about not heartbreaks, but the one that got away, most people have experienced this. Most people have this one person that's like,
You're right, yeah.
we're not really talking about this, but we know that feeling, you know.
How can we handle this as human beings?
I think the only thing there really is to do is just look at the person you're actually with and water that grass, you know. And it's not about, you know, the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is always greener where you water it, you know. So staying true and staying grateful, staying humble to where you are and who you are, and let bygones be bygones, and just be like, that's life. That's a part of life.
It's a duet with
Right.
the British singer Griff.
Yeah.
She's a rising star. So
Cheers.
how did you find each other?
I was watching her warm up for Coldplay at the National Stadium in Denmark, and I had written this song a few months before, and I heard her voice, and I was like, my God, that's her. That's the voice I'm looking for. Reached out to her management. Luckily, she was on the same label as me. She heard the song, and luckily for me, she wanted to jump on it. So
Nice.
yeah, we met in the studio. She wrote her verse, and I was like, man, this is gonna be dope. Yeah, she's amazing, really amazing.
So you always do and love songs about love. So,
Not always, but yeah,
but
it
a
seems
lot.
to be like a topic that I
Yeah.
keep coming back to it.
So what kind of power or inspiration do you take from love?
I mean, love is really like everything I do is rooted in love. Even if it's like spending time with my friends, being with my family, writing music, everything has something to do with love and passion, and just if love is not involved, I'm not really involved. So everything comes from that. That's why it's a topic that, I mean, it goes through everything that I do as a human being, I would say.
Do you think love has been getting more complicated in the recent years?
I mean, love gets a bit more complicated as you get older, you know. When you are young, love is always easy. Love is not, it doesn't feel as complicated. It is what it is. But there's this like a weight that comes with love. As you get older, you get more responsibility.
Hope so.
Yeah, but especially for me, you know, the only thing I can compare the kind of love that I'm feeling today with this like 10 years ago, and today it feels heavier. It feels like a grown-up kind of love. It feels like a love that's gonna be like, are we really doing this? Because if we are, it's for good, you know. And that will bring you to the test for sure.
So is social media a problem or enriching?
Social media
Yeah, for love.
for love.
Yeah,
I think it's no problem when it comes to love. I think in general, social
like
media.
Tinder, like
Yeah,
knowing people.
I've never really been on Tinder, but maybe I'd give it a swipe. But I think social media in general, it's like it's both good and bad. Obviously, it's about like finding that balance, and obviously right now we live in a time where it's hard. People struggling with finding that balance. You can see like, especially amongst young people, mental health is going through the roof. Issues with depression and stuff. So I think like right now we try to find that balance, but I'm sure we'll find a way through it. Right now it's just like we're overdoing it, you know. Everybody's looking
Yeah,
at
you
their
told that one time in an interview. So how is your social media behavior now in 2024?
I'm still shit. I'm still struggling like all of you guys. Do not try to pretend like you're not struggling. Right now the problem is there are no regulations, there are no limit. You can just keep scrolling 6 hours a day. For me personally, when I'm on a tour bus, when we're traveling like we are right now, it's so easy to just pull up your phone and start scrolling, and I really need to like make an effort not to fall into that, you know. So I'm trying my best, but it is hard. It is hard. You got the whole world right at your fingertips, you know, the whole time. So yeah, trying to throw it away once in a while.
That's also why you have so many fans also in Asia, like Korea, like Philippines. There are so many people loving you over there.
Yeah.
How did that come?
That happened through hard work. No, I'm kidding.
Social media.
Yeah, it was like it was social media as much as it was YouTube. Like a few interviews going viral, the right song at the right timing, a little bit of luck, a little bit of everything, I guess.
So is it more easy to walk to the bakery in Copenhagen because you're a superstar in Copenhagen and Denmark, or is it more easy to travel around Asia?
I would say it's probably easier. It's probably easier in Copenhagen at the moment.
Really?
We were just in Korea 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it's getting pretty serious. It's pretty like the Asian fan culture is just different. It's just something else. They will throw themselves at you. So it's a little bit more hysteric in Asia at the moment.
So I thought Copenhagen could be, or Denmark also, a little bit difficult because since last year you've also been an actor.
Yeah.
You're acting.
Yeah,
You did some acting after the film.
I did a little bit of acting.
Yeah.
This Netflix thing, A Beautiful Life, just really blew up, and not only in Denmark, but it sort of gave a rebirth to. There's something about television. It's just the power of television. Being on that screen is just, yeah, it will make people really go crazy when you walk down the street. And I felt like a little bit of like a blow up again, even in my home country, where yeah.
So what comes next in your acting career?
A good action movie, I guess. No, I'm not sure.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood is up next. No, for me, it's like this was a big step, and I obviously want to do a bit more in the future. But I know, of all people, it's one thing at a time, and right now, music is and has always been my main focus and my main passion. And to get to play big European festivals and get to travel the world is my number one goal. So.
But it is a serious thing to do
It
more
is
acting.
it's a serious thing, but I mean, it was my first movie, so I'm naturally not as experienced, not as good as I am when it comes to the music thing. So I'll give music a go for a few more years, and then let's see what happens. You know.
And you did the soundtrack for the movie. So
Yeah.
what's the difference doing a soundtrack or creating your own music?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's the same thing.
Why?
It was a little bit different, but I mean, I know when writing the soundtrack for the movie was a very specific thing. I went in and I was like, okay, I'm writing from not my own perspective, but this character's perspective. But it felt actually surprisingly easy and surprisingly effortless. It was a good experience. It really was.
So musically, what are you working on after your last song? What is the new thing you're doing?
I mean, right now I'm finishing an album that comes out very soon. So
You know the date? You have the date?
I have, but I'm not gonna tell you. I have a lot more music coming out. I have a new song coming out already next month. So got a lot more music coming out, and just excited to go home and finish it. Excited to go back on a European tour in October and November. Coming back to Germany, playing Cologne and Hamburg and all these beautiful cities. So
You will be there.
Yeah, I know you will, right? You already got your tickets, right? I think it's just gonna be so good to be back on the road. I that's what I love more than anything.
Cool. So after your concert that you're playing on Lollapalooza, are you going to see some other artists?
Hopefully, I can catch the end of Sam Smith. And I heard about this band called 17.
Korean?
Korean, yeah. I haven't really had a chance to check them out, so hopefully I can see a little bit of that. Chainsmokers, need to see a little bit of that. Maybe get a little German lager beer. Just have a good time. See what happens.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Christopher.
Thank you so much, guys. Hope to see you
applause.
later.
And have a great concert.
Thank you so much.
We can give some. Yeah, we have some stuff for you. We signed some stuff. I hold it.